Okay, the weather has not been cooperating in terms of trying to get in the field and get any harvesting done. I think after today, we're finally gonna be in decent shape. We had rain this morning. It's supposed to be nice the rest of the day, and as of right now, I don't think we have any more chances this week, but they keep taking, I think it's Thursday, they keep taking it out and putting it in. I guess we'll see what happens. Whatever happens at this point. There ain't nothing we can do about it, but it's funny how we went from the last 5 weeks, couldn't beg, borrow, or steal a single drop of anything, and now it's like quit. But anyhow, because of that, I'm not really going to have anything for you today. Tomorrow we're going to do well, I'll have something for you tomorrow that's tractor-ish, but today I have some stuff I want to get done around the house, so take that opportunity. Oh, I did, just to give you an update of where that's at, I did finally today get a chance to go back over to the lumberyard and got back with them on my LVLs for my hayloft. They did finally come back with some drawings, so we're in good shape to hopefully start that project at some point this fall. I've just got to get a full material list together for floor joists and hanger count and plywood and whatever else, so that I can get a full material list and just order it all from Big C and not have to worry about driving back and forth anywhere. So we are starting to see a little bit of steam building on that project, ever so slowly. But anyhow, I figured today, since I don't really have anything for you content wise, quick update on the Dozer, because again, Dad's been plugging away at this thing fairly steady. As you can see now, the dash is off of it. The hydraulic valve is rebuilt, and Dad managed to somehow, I think he got this through Allstate, and I think they found it in used parts warehouse, or parts warehouse, used parts warehouse, whatever. This is a new old stock, like never been mounted on a tractor, hydraulic handle to run the second valve on this thing right there. So Allstate found that for him, so now we'll have both remotes available. He's working on the hydraulic tank right now. There's the strainer and everything. He was trying to get, and I don't know where he was at on it, because last time he mentioned it was last week. He was trying to get Brillman to give him, they don't make the wire, we talked about this, they don't make the wiring harness for it. It's not the same as the tractor wiring harness. There's nothing even remotely close on either one of them. But as far as like wire size, connector type, stuff like that, it is similar to like a 430 wheel tractor-ish. So Dad just wanted Brillman to give him like a material list of what they use to build the wheel tractor harnesses, so that Dad can order all the stuff that he needs to make a new harness for this, with all the correct wire sizes and colors and blah, 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 blah. Because unfortunately, while the manual for this does give you a wiring diagram, it does not call out wire color or wire size in the diagram anywhere. It just gives you the routing. So he was working on that. The hydraulic pump is rebuilt, because after we got the motor freed up, apparently the only thing holding the seal in the pump was rust, and when I rolled the motor over, it must have broke the rust loose, and it dumped basically the entire reservoir of oil on the ground through the pump seal. So, but Dad said it looks like that pump is actually like new or almost new, because it still got cross hatching in it. So mechanically the pump was fine. It basically just needed a new seal put in it. So the pump has been gone through, generators mounted, new belts on, new lower radiator hose, new regulator. He's in the process of rebuilding the carb right now. New oil fill cap, because the other one, or the original one, was rusted out. I can't remember if we saw this last time or not, but he got a new, come on, damn it. There's a new gauge set in here for it. To put the correct case gauge or case face gauges back in it, which those are actually some really nice reproduction gauges. I think he got all this stuff through Elmer's. He got a nose cone it's not going to fit this, but we need the parts to put the headlight buckets back together correctly, since for some reason they hacked the ones in this all to heck. That's the correct fuel pump, which I think we saw before. New seat in there, which we talked about before. The ignition system's been gone through. He found the couplings for the main drive shaft. The splines were getting, especially in the rear one, the splines were getting a little eh. But they are still a good Spicer number. And it took him a while to find a Spicer dealer that was willing to and knew how to look up the part numbers. But he finally found one, I think it was in Minnesota, that actually knew what he was talking about. And I don't think they're here yet. But no, those are the universals. But he did find new spline side coupling halves for the drive shaft. That's all new parts for, the new parts for the pump drive. The pump has 4 rubber bushings in the pump drive. Could still get those new through Case, but they were stupid expensive. I think you ended up finding those through Allstate. The fenders, the burnouts were done last week. He had to bring them here, drill the holes, and then take them back to get bent. So the fenders will be done, should be sometime this week. The burnouts for the fuel tank, the new fuel tank that he's building, will be done this week. And then he got, I don't know where he put them, he got a new cap and bung to weld in the top of the tank. That's laying around here somewhere. So all in all, we're looking pretty decent, or he's looking pretty decent. I guess this has been his baby because I've been busy doing other things. So I think that brings you up to speed on where the crawler's at for the most part. We talked about the input shaft last go around and how we're eventually gonna have to tear the rear end out of it and put all new bearings in it, because the input shaft can't get the correct bearing load on it anymore, even with all the shims out of it. So the transmission is gonna have to be gone through at some point. That being said, it might be sooner rather than later, because we don't know the condition of the steering brake bands. The guy had made mention that, and I don't think he actually remembered which one it was, or he didn't tell us, or Dad didn't tell me. Anyway, the guy that we bought it from made mention that one track or the other was weak on steering. How true that is, we don't know, because it also never really ran decent. So it could have just, anyway. So we'll know more once we actually get it running and moving and know the condition of the steering bands. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much got everything that's been done to it since we talked last time. So, yeah. So that's the video for today. We'll have something else for you tomorrow. And we're just kind of in a holding pattern until the weather straightens out. I think today I'm gonna go home and wash my truck, because I did the detail it last weekend, and this weekend I'd like to get it washed because she's pretty scuzzy. And I'm gonna go tear some pallets apart to get some wood together for putting doors on the chicken coop. So that's probably gonna be the rest of my day. So nothing exciting, nothing video worthy, but tomorrow we'll have something. I just gotta wait for it to dry up enough to do it. So with that being said, that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.